Thanks for joining the home team. It's You and Me Monday with licensed therapist Julie de Azevedo-Hanks.
Absolutely. Today it's all about the foundation of a strong marriage. Julie's bringing in a couple of experts that will share the keys to a successful and lifelong marriage.
And you're tuned in to the home team.
Join the home team. Join the home team. Join the home team.
You and Me Monday on the home team. My guest right now is Dr. Scott Woolley, and he's a professor and he's director of the MFT, Marriage and Family Therapy programs at California School of Professional Psychology at Alliant International University. And he's a founder and director of San Diego Center for Emotionally Focused Therapy. And you've trained therapists all over the world.
Yes.
Welcome. This is an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
So we've talked about self-help, marriage enrichment, marriage coaching, and now we're going to talk about the therapy piece.
Yes.
Okay. So emotionally focused therapy. It's a hot model right now. What makes it revolutionary?
It is revolutionary for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
One is that it's very effective.
Okay.
90% of couples improve, 70% of couples are cured.
So that's an amazing success rate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, oh,
That's
absolutely.
almost unheard of.
For couples therapy, that's absolutely,
Okay.
it's an amazing success rate. And over time, couples continue to improve after they finish.
Which that's even more remarkable, and
So
I'm
the
so
changes are
excited to learn more about this. So first, it's built on a theory of love.
Yes, and that's the second thing, is it's
Okay.
built on a theory of love
Okay.
called attachment theory, which has lots of research supporting it.
Yeah.
And it's really the first approach to marriage counseling that is built on a solid theory of love and an understanding of what makes love work.
Why people get together in the first place.
Why people get together in the first place, how love develops, and most importantly, how it can be renewed and strengthened.
Okay, because it's that process of coming back together that keeps couples happy, right?
Exactly.
I mean, everybody has the falling out or hurt feelings or negative cycles that they get into.
Right, and some people have this myth that, you know, if I'm deeply hurt, then and love isn't very strong in my relationship, it's not going to come back. And that's just not true. The fact of the matter is people fall back in love all the time.
In and out, depending on the day, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So next, EFT helps identify and change negative patterns.
That's right.
So
One
tell
of
us
the
about
things
that.
we do in emotionally focused therapy is couples get caught in these negative patterns of interaction where instead of being able to share their intimate hopes and dreams and thoughts and feelings like they did in their courtship, they start trying to protect themselves. And
So
they close up
defensiveness
and they get defensive
Yeah.
and they shut down or they get critical. And that ends up being very destructive for the relationship. We identify those patterns, we work on changing those patterns, and then we work on having them have new emotional experiences with each other, which is a big key.
So it's not just skill building, right?
Right,
It's
right.
some of the core, deeper emotional reasons why couples get together.
Exactly.
Is that right?
They have to have new experiences, emotional experiences with each other
Okay.
to make it long-lasting.
So, but it's also action-oriented. So tell us
Quite
about that.
action-oriented, that's right. And that really goes to having the new emotional experiences. They can't just learn a new set of skills. They have to have a new experience with each other. And the therapy itself, we're really working on creating the change in the therapy, which then tends to translate to what's going on outside of the therapy room.
Okay. Well, that's the goal, because you don't want them to rely on you as a therapist.
Absolutely.
For the rest of their lives.
And in fact, it's a short-term model. You know, typically most couples are able to go 12 to 20 sessions.
And some couples may think that's long, but for therapy, that's not that long.
No,
12 to 24 sessions.
if you're going to take somebody who's very unhappy in their marriage, where there's serious problems, and turn it around to where they're happily married.
Right.
12 to 20 sessions
That's not a lot.
is not a lot.
Well, when couples come into my practice, I always say, well, how long did it take you to get to this point where you are, fighting and have all this negativity? You at least have to give it that much time.
To get out.
Yeah,
That's
it's usually a lot
exactly
longer
right.
than 24 weeks or 12 weeks. So.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So you mentioned a little earlier in the segment that emotionally focused therapy provides corrective emotional experiences.
Yes, corrective emotional experiences. Typically what happens is when there are hurts, when people have a hard time making repairs in their marriage, they end up being wounded, and it oftentimes changes the way they see their partner. And to correct that, to change that, they have to have new experiences that are emotionally laden, because couples get married for emotional reasons and they divorce for emotional reasons. They have to have those kinds of new experiences that help them bond or rebond to each other and help the marriage become safe again rather than dangerous.
Wonderful. We're going to have Dr. Scott Woolley stick around for one more segment, and we're going to get a little bit more in depth with emotionally focused therapy. But first we have Janine Diamond with our home team hotspot.